I'd like to share with you a tip that I use when I am woodshedding through some difficult parts in the music. If you don't know what woodshedding means, it just basically is taking a difficult part of the music and breaking it up into a way that's attainable, or slowing it down to a tempo that you're going to be able to play it perfectly. So I'm going to take a little chunk of the music, and you should see that on your screen. It's from the poet and Peasant Overture, and it's towards the end, and there's this difficult 16th note run. And so first off, make sure that you have a good foundation of scales and arpeggios, and that's really going to help you out when you're first starting this. So make sure you're always working on your fundamentals. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the first line and +1 measure at a slow tempo that I can play it at. Right now I'm going to start at 80 beats a minute. I find 80 beats a minute is a great tempo to start at when you're doing stuff. So this is going to be 80. My goal is going to be 120, and so I'll play that for you right now at 80 beats a minute, about 6 measures. So as you can see, it was slow enough for me to play it accurately. At this point, what I'm going to do is bump the metronome up 4 beats per minute. So 4 beats up on the metronome to 84. I'm going to let that tempo sink in, and then I'm going to play it again. So you're saying, well, yeah, that's basically what you're supposed to do. Start at a slow tempo and keep bumping it up. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to 88, and then 92, and then 96, and so on and so forth, till I reach 120, or I reach a spot where I'm not able to play it, in which case I'm going to stop. So I'm going to meet you back here after I've gone up 4 clicks each to about 120. All right, so I've been bumping the metronome up 4 clicks. I started at 80, and now I'm at 112. I stopped at 112. I wanted to get to 120 because I felt myself not being able to play it quite accurately as I did at 80 beats a minute. So I'm going to start it at 112, and I'm going to try to go to 120. And 116. $120. All right, so I made it to 120. Couple little mistakes in there, but not too bad for having only practiced this over tonight anyway. So I'm woodshedding. I went from 80 and now I'm at 120, trying to continue to build that tempo up. But here's the tip. When you get to 120, you want to work your way all the way back down, and not till you get to 80, but you want to keep going slower than 80. It seems weird that you would want to practice going slower, but I find that starting when you get to your max tempo, which for me I'm going to say is 120, and I start to slow it down, you start to begin to see the flaws that you have, and it really makes you work hard, especially when you get to really slow tempos. You really got to lengthen the notes up. So I'm going to be at 120. I'm going to start working my way back down. I'm going to go down to 116, then 112, and then I'm going to meet you back here when I get to 80 beats a minute. Okay, so I've went from 120, now I'm all the way back down to 80 beats a minute, and that's where I will pick up from where I left off. Now I'm going to keep going lower, so I'm going to go down 4 clicks, so now I'm at 76. So there you would keep going. Let's say we're going to go all the way down to 60 beats a minute, which is slower than 80. So here's 60 beats. So playing really slow, and I might keep going maybe down to 50 or so. Playing it slower or really slow is almost as difficult as playing it fast. It really forces you to lengthen up your notes, really focus on the articulation and the dynamics and all that sort of stuff. So the next time you have a difficult piece, start at a slow tempo, build it up to your max tempo where you're starting to make too many mistakes, and then bring the tempo back down, but bring it much further below than where you started, and see if it helps you the next time. If you have a difficult piece, try that, for a week in a row, every day. Just practice that, and maybe record yourself on the first time you ever played it, and then record yourself the last time, and you're gonna, in 1 week's worth, you're gonna be amazed at the results that you have from that exercise. So try that next time. I hope that it helps.